Okay, I've just lowered the hoist down so you can have a quick look at where the motor's at. So I've got the TO4Z strapped onto a exhaust manifold there. That's a 6-boost manifold. The Chinese intake's mounted up. Now I did find after mounting it to the motor and putting the motor back in the car that the power steering and this guy do not want to play ball. They are in all kinds of issues. There's all kinds of issues going on here. For starters, the reservoir is the little like input here for the reservoir is just, it's got nowhere to go, so I'm gonna have to reroute that either up or turn it around 90 degrees or something. Also, you got the pressure line. I can't get the factory hose to get the correct angle without interfering with this guy as well, so going to have to get one either made up or buy some aftermarket line somewhere and run that down to the all the way down here to, where is it? You probably can't see, but I don't know if I can get, there we go, down to the rack there. So I'm going to have to take it off from that second, the one on the right there at the bottom. Take that one off and replace the whole line and run it all the way over to here just to get around this massive intake. I think from what I've done so far, I've just basically bent. That looks really ugly, but don't worry about it, you don't even see it. I've just bent and grinded the mount for the Aristo power steering reservoir, and what will happen then is I'll put the fuse box back and it basically will just cover all that up. That'll just get me out of trouble until I actually buy something a bit decent. It's only really for a bit of fun anyway, so I don't know how much money I'm going to spend on this thing, but that'll get me out of trouble just for testing. The fuse box will go back where it should sit. That won't interfere with the throttle position sensor or anything like that. Should be okay. The battery, obviously, that's coming straight for the battery. So the battery's going to get relocated to the boot, and then I'm probably going to have to either drill a massive hole in that and feed through the intercooler piping, or try and route it down there. It's going to be a bit exciting trying to work out what I'm doing there. Other than that, I think we're almost good to go really. Just a bit of custom piping needed, as you can tell, and then yeah, fit the radiator and everything back in, and that should be the engine side done. Got a fuel regulator in, but obviously it's not all fuel lined up yet, and neither is the actual injector, the fuel rail and the injectors. That's still needed. The factory line I'm thinking of reusing and maybe running a secondary one alongside of it. The fuel pump's been fitted, but again, nothing's been white or plumbed up to the fuel line as yet, so mainly fuel lines and piping for this guy, and then yeah, relocate the battery. So that's where this one's at this stage. It's looking very dirty. One thing I might show you actually is pretty disappointing. So we ripped off the side skirts on this one, because obviously the valve side kit was on it. Wasn't a massive fan of that, so we ripped that off and it was all looking okay until we got to the back, and then bam, drift damage. Look at that. So someone had some nasty accident with this guy, and basically the rear pod was covering all of this, and it was actually just basically stuck with some kind of expandable glue of some kind there, just holding it all together. So it kind of held the shape, but yeah, that was hidden. A little bit of hidden injuries. Fitted just a replica TRD wing. Doesn't look the best, but might give it a tidy up when we decide to paint or wrap the body, whatever we do with it. But yeah, that's pretty much where it's at the current time. Yeah, just maybe give us your thoughts in the comments, what you think I should do. Any advice I'll take it all on board. Yeah, stay tuned.